Rapid and chilly reaction today to a call for the National Guard on Chicago streets, even as this idea made national headlines.
Mayor Daley didn't exactly warm to the musings of a pair of state representatives. Marcella Raymond has more from the newsroom.
Good evening. The mayor says calling in the troops is not necessary, but ask many of those who live in these crime war zones, and they'll tell you they're willing to try anything to make their neighborhoods safer. For most of us, it is difficult to imagine a life where you're always afraid for your children, where you make them hit the floor when you hear the guns go off. If you lived like that, would you want more help to keep your streets safe?
I have grandchildren, and they can't even come outside to play because it's so dangerous. Yes.
All but one of the people we talked with today who live in those crime-filled neighborhoods would welcome the National Guard helping the Chicago Police Department, which is already stretched thin.
It's pretty drastic, but it's life we're talking about. People are dying.
113 people have died in Chicago since the first of the year. That is the same number of troops killed in Afghanistan and Iraq combined. The idea of bringing in the National Guard to help police curb the latest surge in violence was proposed by State Representatives LaShawn Ford and John Fritchie.
We're not talking about putting in a rogue force of troops and tanks running down the street. We're talking about the governor and the mayor and the superintendent working together to put extra bodies on the street.
Publicly, Mayor Daley says he's willing to discuss it further, but he doesn't think bringing in the troops is the way to go.
You have to look for long-term solutions. There's no quick Band-Aid. You just can't think you're going to fix it in one weekend, then walk away, and that's what the problem would be.
Daley stresses again the need for stricter gun laws and more community involvement as ways to decrease the violence. Chicago Police Superintendent Jody Weiss is confident the department will be able to handle this problem on its own. He's already put in place a plan, a strategy for the summer when violence tends to rise.
I think it's going to make a big difference because we're going to have pinpointed deployment on a daily intelligence cycle that changes every day.
Mayor Daley would have to ask Governor Quinn to deploy the National Guard. Quinn seems open to it if necessary.
We have intelligence capabilities of our Illinois National Guard that might be of use. We have helicopters and some aerial equipment that could be helpful. But it really, I think, is important for the local police superintendent and local mayor to make the judgment of what's needed where.
But again, everyone needs to be on board with the decision to bring in the National Guard, and right now, that is just not the case. Mark?
Marcella Raymond in our newsroom. Thanks.